It's time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online for all your website needs at sonicwebstudios.com. The Mike Wagner Show brings you interesting people doing interesting things all across the globe. Now, let's get started on the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. If you're looking for a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also, check our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can like, share, and invite people to our page, and also listen to the interviews and share with your family and friends. And, of course, speaking of sharing, you can download and listen as well on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, and take the Mike Wagner Show wherever you go. And back once again from the beautiful Philadelphia, PA area, the writer and owner of a terrific website which gives you every movie possible 24/7, and he's watched over 10,000 movies, and I think I've lost track. And of course, he talks about movies. Try talking anything else, he'll just go back to movies. Even if you offer him a Philly sandwich. So, ladies and gentlemen, back again from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, talking about the latest movies and some of the things that happened just like a funny thing happened on the way to the forum. The owner of Movieguy247.com, the movie guy himself, 24/7, George Rother. George, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us, and glad to have you back.
Well, I'm glad to be back, Mike. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in PA.
Hey, as they say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but that's the best thing. You can hear it anytime, 24/7. And, of course, you're a critic, you're a writer, and you're also the owner of Movieguy247.com, which you can look right now. And you've watched well over 10,000 movies, and you've got every review under the sun. You even got the interviews, who we are, your blog, and everything else. But before we get some of the hottest movies out there, and once again, for those who missed the first interview, once again, briefly tell us how you got started on Movie Guy 24/7.
Well, sure. In 2010, I was working at one of those shopping clubs where you need a card to shop there. I was working the overnight crew, and I had some health problems. So I had to go on sick leave. So my wife and our friend decided that it would be better if I had something productive to do rather than sit around all day and watch movies. So why not write about them? I've always wanted to be a critic, and now is a chance to realize the dream. So they set me up with a website and a Facebook page, and I went active on December 8th, 2010. That is the day, not only my birthday, not only the real George Rother's birthday, it is the birthday of Movie Guy 24/7.
Ah, happy birthday to both.
You? And I've been doing it since, and it's a lot of great fun. It's work, but it's great fun.
Yes, it does sound like great fun, too. And, of course, when you had up in 2010, what were some of the first movies that you had, and what was on the website when you first started in 2010?
What was on the website when I first started, when we first went online?
Like one of the first movies.
Well, I remember a few random reviews. I wrote some introductory thing, which I'm pretty sure I've discarded since because I got to look at it some years later, and I thought, oh, my God, this is awful. But I wrote something about myself, and for whatever reason, I was talking about Sharky's Machine with Burt Reynolds. Now, that's my favorite cop movie, but for some reason, I decided to use my intro to the public by talking about this movie. So, I don't know. It was just very random. But the first things I can remember reviewing, wow, that's a good question. I guess I started writing a few reviews before I actually went online, before I went active. So I can recall writing reviews of some terrible sci-fi movie called Skyline. I wrote about The Tourist with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie, Black Swan. Actually, that came later. But whatever was out in around late 2010, I wrote stuff about. So that's where I got started. Yeah, and that was also the first year I did a top 10, so I had to go back and write like 10 reviews of the best movies I saw that year. Not sure if I can even find those online because there was a point when we had to change websites, like the old website got too full or we got hacked or something. Mm-hmm. We had to move to a new website, and some of the old reviews are still archived in another place. So, but that's where I got started, and pretty much now I review every movie I see, and the reviews have gotten longer since I first started, so it can be kind of long-winded sometimes.
And you've also added some features as well, too, like a blog, list, and some other things. Just tell us when you start doing a blog, when you start doing the list on Movieguy247.com.
Well, I do lists. I actually just compiled my 10 best and 10 worst of 2018. It's actually on the site now. It was just published last night. So anyone who's interested in seeing what Movieguy 24/7's picks are can log on to the website or go to the Facebook page, find the article, and read it. And just a FYI, my favorite movie of last year is Green Book. And the worst movie I saw last year was the documentary Death of a Nation. Now, if you want to find out other titles, you have to read the article.
And we will do so as well, too, as soon as I'm done here. And, of course, before we get to, the thing we're going to talk about as well, too, what was your early influence when it comes to getting into movies? And how'd you get started in watching movies?
How did I get started watching movies? That's a good question. Well, okay, so not to come off as a sad, pathetic kind of case, but I did not have a lot of friends growing up. I had to find other ways to occupy myself. So I was always an avid watcher of TV, and I liked listening to music too, these solo activities. Mm-hmm. Then I guess around age 10, I realized that I'm kind of interested in movies. I was always looking at the movie page, the advertisements. I think one of the first ones I was really begging to see was Saturday Night Fever in 1977. The problem was the parental R-rated movie block was in play. There was no way that's insurmountable by any means at the time. I just could not convince them to take me to see it. But over the years, I kind of wore them down. I think by 12, I finally got them to take me to my first R-rated movie. Actually, if I'm being accurate, at age 9, my dad took me to see 2-Minute Warning, but only because my mom wanted me out of the house for a few hours because she was having a bunch of ladies over for some demonstration for some ladies, I don't know what.
It sounds like a Tupperware party.
Not Tupperware, something else. But whatever the hell they were doing in the 70s, that's what she was demonstrating. So he took me to this dollar theater to see 2-Minute Warning, which I thought was really cool. But once I became aware of the rating system, the first R-rated movie I got to see was in 1980. It was the horror movie The Fog. And at the time I thought it was great, And just from there I started going more and more. By 81 I was going every week. And it just grew from there. Pretty much my teen years, every weekend was spent at the movies. It's just what I did. I sometimes had friends to go with, but it was just something I really enjoyed to do. I was always reading up on them, too. I was always getting books about them. I was always reading magazine articles, newspaper articles, whatever I could get my hands on. And it reached a point where I just knew more about film than anyone else my age. And it just kind of grew from there. I'll skip over everything, the whole entire evolution, and just say now at my age, at age of I am the movie guy 24/7.
Yeah, yes, it does sound like it too. And of course, we don't need to tell you how old you are, so we totally understand that. And of course, before we get to some of your other things, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also, check our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can like, share, invite friends to the page, and feel free to listen to the interviews and make comments. And also, you can also download and listen live or take with you on SoundCloud, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. We're here with Movieguy247.com owner George Rother of Philadelphia, PA, talking about the website and also talking about, the countless movies he's seen. We're going to get to, we get to favorite actors, movies, and everything else. But it's on the website. And let's hit some of the current movies that are on right now. And before we get to some of the funny stories, let's talk about the movie, your thoughts on Spider-Man, the latest one, and it's Into the Spiderweb. I'm trying to get the second part here. So it is Into the Spider-Verse. Yes, I got it.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Well, actually, you've just revealed another one of my top 10 picks to the world out there. That is on my top 10 of the year. I thought the new Spider-Man movie was fantastic. The animation is great. And I just love how it contains references to all other incarnations of Spider-Man, and it really disses Spider-Man 3. In particular, that ridiculous scene where Tobey Maguire is strutting down the street like he's John Travolta from Saturday Night Fever.
I remember watching that, and my boys love Spider-Man no matter what.
Well, we all have to admit that he was ludicrous, and this movie understands that. I just thought it was a very, very clever movie, exciting. Frankly, I enjoyed it more than most of the Marvel movies this year, other Marvel movies this year, so it's definitely worth seeing.
I like the one with one of the Spider-Man looks like Porky Pig. That was one of my favorites, and that was the one I was really captivated too. It's I love that one.
That would be Spider-Ham. And when I first saw the preview for this animated Spider-Man movie where they showed the Spider-Ham, all I could think of was Homer Simpson and Spider-Pig. I had to post it on Facebook. Homer was right. There is a Spider-Pig. And, of course, a few people felt compelled to correct me. No, his name is Spider-Ham. And I'm thinking, people, this is what's called humor. Look into it.
Yes, that's right. And I think that was a really good one as well, too. And, of course, let's also look at another one, too. We have Mary Poppins Returns. And what were your thoughts on that one and compared to the original Mary Poppins that came out in 1964 with Julie Andrews?
Well, of course, we all know the Julie Andrews version is a classic, always will be. Having said that, I think this new version is really good. It's not that it's superior, it's just a good movie. Nice family movie, good musical numbers. Although, to be fair, the songs aren't as memorable as the ones from the original. I mean, you're not going to get a Chim Chimney or whatever from this movie, and not once do they even say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Try saying that 10 times fast.
Believe me, I have. I have that much time on my hands that I've tried to do that. It's not easy. Anyway, Mary Poppins Returns is really good. Now, that is if you take my word for it. If you ask my wife, she wouldn't have an opinion because she was tired and slept through most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should have seen it when she wasn't done work. Maybe we should have chosen a non-work day. But in any event, I liked it, so it's a thumbs up.
It does sound like a thumbs up, too, getting 3 out of 4 according to your Movie Guy 24/7. And, of course, the top rated throughout the week as well, too, with some mixed reviews. But this one, you gave a very good review in Aquaman. You can tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's odd you should ask that. I was actually going to bring that up.